First of all, I have to first of all, I thank my father. Very nice speech. Thanks, Dad. I'm going to apologise to people I'm going to have my back to. I would turn around, but it's not set up that way. In my career, there's a few milestones that I really wanted to achieve. It was to be a top 10 player, to be a number 1 player, to win a Grand Slam or 2. Would have loved to have had a Davis Cup and a Wimbledon as well, but some things came true and some of them didn't. And there's also a small part of me that wanted to be recognised for what I'd achieved in tennis and be talked about in the tennis world. Tennis is a great game with a lot of great things going for it. We get to hold the future in our own hands. Through hard work and dedication, we can create our own success. But to be acknowledged by your peers in the hierarchy of the game of tennis is somewhat out of your control. So one of the most exciting things to ever happen in my tennis career and also in my life, I'd like to say thank you very much for all those who voted for me, and it's a very special day for me. Thank you. There are many steps on the way to becoming a professional tennis player, and Newport was the stage for me back in 1993, where I beat the local wildcard entrant Lou Gloria here for my first ever ATP win. That gave me the confidence and belief that I belonged on tour. Unfortunately for me, I never went on to achieve any other great results here in Newport, but it's a place I love coming back to, and it's a great place to be here again. My love of tennis started when I was a little fella, growing up in the mining town of Mount Isa in far northwestern Queensland. And I was part of a large family, and I used to always want to do what my older brothers and sisters were doing, so that was going down to the local tennis club. And I remember watching one of my older brothers play, and that's when I learnt to clap, when to clap and when not to clap, from my mother. And I'd say, "Mum, can I clap that?" She said, "No, that's in the bottom of the net, you probably shouldn't clap that." But this led to a fascination with the game, which led to fun, which led to a challenge, which led to hard work with huge adrenaline rushes, which led to the ultimate, a dream come true. A dream come true feels like such a cliche to say, but it's very hard to describe it, especially when you try to inspire young children, or old kids for that matter. I don't actually remember ever dreaming about the game of tennis, but I thought about it every single day of my life. So be careful what you think out there. As every person who has lived their lives and achieved their goals, there are people around them that without their help you'd have to wonder if you could have done it at all. Many people in my life have somehow contributed to my success, whether it was their undying support through good and bad times, or even those nasty ones who left you out in the cold. Those nasty ones actually can provide an amazing amount of power if harnessed in the wrong way, so I'd like to thank them. They gave me inspiration to prove them wrong. I'd like to thank those who also gave me the most precious gift of all, and that was love. To Mum and Dad, you are the reason I am the person I am today. And the backbone of what I achieved in the past. You gave me all the love and support at the right times, and criticism and direction when I needed it. To my 8 brothers and sisters, who probably sacrificed the most out of all of them. They had to give up their mother in a time probably when they needed them most for months and months on end, while she travelled around and helped me with my career. And on top of that, I had to put up my father's cooking. This is probably a favour I can never repay, but try to acknowledge them whenever I get the chance. I had many coaches help shape my game, from my miss-hit forehands over the back fence to my serve and volley game. My brother Jeff gave me perspective in a world that sometimes has very little. To John Newcomb and especially Tony Roach, they gave me direction and showed me the way. A bit like that foghorn we heard this morning at 5 a.m, trying to lead us boats into shore woke me up. My friends have travelled from Australia, Bermuda and America. Thanks very much for joining me in this celebration. My life is now of a family man who still loves, and my wife will say, lives for his sport. A new chapter has begun, which involves a lot of dirty nappies, a bit of golf, a lot of surfing, a bit of yoga, and plenty of quality time with the family. My love for my wife and my 2 children is the centre of my life, and will continue for the rest of my life. To Lara, thank you for putting up with me on tour and in life. You got to see the real happenings of the pressures and trappings of a sportsman, and now you get to see a retired sportsman, competitive nature with our children. Thank you for being my wife, a fantastic mother, and my loving and loyal friend. Thank you.